Hey guys, and welcome back to this channel. You can call me Z, and this is Z Kingdom, a channel where I talk mostly and utterly about astrology and astronomy and spiritual science. I like to call it myself. That's what I like to call it. Just those kind of stuff, you know, about different topics when it comes to astrology, like fun topics like maybe travel or characters or just really like fun things that I just feel that I want to do. You know, that's what I do on this channel. But here and now, I do talk about geography and also artistry and things like that, culinary arts, and just things I like to share with you guys, just for the share feeling, you know. But mostly, I just talk about astrology on this channel. So yeah, I know you guys who do know me. I haven't been recording for quite a while. I started this series called doing the zodiac signs as interviewing each zodiac sign, and I play the characters, and then it's like a list of 11 questions where I ask each zodiac sign, just normal questions that people ask people in an interview, things like that. So yeah, I've been loving the series so far. Next is Cancer, so stay tuned for that. More of that. But I decided, let's start a new series. I know it's very weird. We're like literally three videos within the last series that I did, but I feel like it's best to go with my very gut feeling, you know. So I decided I've been pondering, and wondering a lot about um just taking action on this new series. And I've been thinking about, would it be really ideal to start a new series while you're doing a series? And I thought, yeah, because it's my channel. Because I feel like authenticity and originality is what the people want, so you can give it to them. Because it's nothing better that people like to see than to just be your natural self. Yeah. And so I just thought, let me go on with it anyways. So yeah, I'm making a new series for you guys, and this is the introduction video, if you will, for this new series. So I thought, whilst I'm doing interviewing each zodiac sign and playing the role, why don't I talk about the elements within astrology? Because I feel like that would help other people know a lot more about the zodiac signs themselves. And I know a lot of people don't know about the elements within astrology. That's why they sometimes get get the feel of each zodiac sign kind of wrong, and they like make certain just wrong assumptions towards each zodiac sign, and they can't really like see the similarities and some zodiac signs. So that's what I'm doing. That's here to bring the press relief, if you will, about the elements within astrology. So naturally, the elements within astrology are fire, earth, air, and water. So that's the order that I'm doing it in. So um, basically, I'll be starting with the fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And finally, the water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So I'm not doing it individually, like how I do all the zodiac signs. I'm just doing it like just I'll be breaking it into two halves of each video. So for the fire signs, I'll be talking about the fire sign nature. Then I'll be explaining the prime differences between Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and it all runs the same for Earth sign video, the air sign video, and the water sign video. And also, not to mention, I thought to myself again, what better time to start this series than to start it whilst we're starting a new zodiac sign season. I mean, yes, we are in Sagittarius season, you have to know, which is November 22nd to December 21st, and we're now in the early part of Sagittarius season. This is November 28th. I'm recording this on. So I thought, what better way to bring in just like a fresh start on my channel than to start a new series around a new season. By the way, Sagittarius is a fire sign, and it is the final fire sign. So I thought that, let me start making a series about the elements within astrology, and the fire signs are the first, so makes sense to start it in Sagittarius season, you know. So yeah. But anyways, let's get into the prime meaning of this video. So I'll be discussing how can you interpret elements within your birth chart, because you have a whole entire list of things in your birth chart, not just your zodiac sign / sun sign. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how that works. But before you do, obviously, before I do, like this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to click that bell, and also share and comment what was your favorite part, and also comment other things as well. Yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. So now let's discuss, what do the elements in astrology mean, or like what do they serve, or why are they in astrology? So the elements in astrology, they serve as foundational principles that influences the characteristics of the 12 zodiac signs. I guess you can kind of think of the elements as a guide, or like a certain way that you move through life, or like how you flow through life in order to achieve your prime goals or your prime objectives, sort of. They kind of help you with that. Now, of course, we are humans. We have free will. We can choose whatever goal or career that we want to achieve in life. But it's the element that helps you achieve that prime goal in the way that you would. For these reasons as well, it is best, and it should be in our best interest to note which of the 4 elements are most dominant within our chart. So because this would then show us how do we move through life in order to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Take, for instance, my birth chart. So just to show you guys an example, so I have mostly air energy in my birth chart. I have a Gemini sun ruling how I express myself and how I move through life to win my goals and the direction that I'm going in life. I have Mercury in Gemini ruling my communication and such. I would also say that I have air sign energy ruling, I would say, the most important parts of my birth chart, such as my 3rd and my 11th house. I have Gemini ruling my 11th house, which is all about the groups, the friendships. Ruling my 3rd house, all about communication towards family and such like that. So yeah, I would say mostly I am an airy person, if that makes any sense. I would say I'm pretty scattered, versatile. I am out in the open. I'm also free-spirited, which is it runs relatively true. The air sign energy runs relatively true for me. I love to study. Studying is a great passion of mine, especially about cool things that pique my interest. I'm a big talker, so yeah. Really, yeah, it's based on, this is how you interpret the elements within your birth chart. Really, just if you want a birth chart reading, you just go to Google, type in birth chart, then you'll see a site, which is, go on the birth chart, type in your name, the time you were born, the date and the year, type in especially where you were born, specifically where you were born, and then yeah, you could just read in your houses, you could read with your planets and such like that, even read in the trine to see the connection between the same elements, which are the same planets, which are in also the same elements. So yeah, just to see how much of the energy, how much element energy that you have in there. Also, another thing I wanted to bring up to you guys is trine. If I know some of you, obviously, a lot of you don't know what trine is, but if you ever heard of the word trine, that means that you've studied a little bit about astrology, or you've heard someone else say it. Well, if you don't know exactly what it is, here's a brief understanding of what trine is. So trine is basically whatever planets, whatever, just whatever placements, whatever signs are within the same element. And how do they connect? Sort of, it's how do they make a triangle and say that, oh, this trines this, So basically trine is like a triangle. How each planets, each placements, each signs, how do they connect based on their element? So take, for instance, it all makes sense when I give you this example. Take, for instance, say you have a Virgo moon, and you have Venus in Taurus. It would say moon trine Venus. Or say if you have Gemini and Mercury, Mercury and Gemini, whatever, and you have, say, Uranus and Aquarius, it would say Uranus trine Mercury or Mercury trine Uranus. The validation that I see in the elements in astrology is that how there are certain things that's so connected, sort of, that you could actually literally judge somebody based on their element, because I watch a lot of Guess My Zodiac Sign videos on YouTube, to be honest, and I noticed something. I'm a very deep person, and I've been studying astrology for for the amount of 4 years right now. And at least quite a while, I would say. About 4 years, yeah. I discovered it like about 4 years ago. I discovered it 4 years ago. But now I'm still studying it, so yeah. But anyways, my point is that I watch a lot of these I guess my zodiac sign videos, and I notice how people mess up because they always look at what do they think or what they feel that the zodiac sign may be, or like, other things about the zodiac sign than the element, but they don't understand that a lot of times it's connected. So like, notice how different people kind of give off the same vibe or the same feeling because they might have the same element, right? So the validation I see is that really studying about the element and then noticing that some people who have the same element, they give off the same vibe and the same feeling. So I would say as well, the elements, they can be sort of appearance wise as well sometimes. Like, not physical appearance, you know what I mean? Like, basically your mood, like your feelings, your emotions, or how do you just express yourself on the whole. I feel like elements do have to do with that kind of stuff. And noticing this can really help you understand a little bit more about a person and how exactly do they flow or move through life in order to win any objective that they do. So that's the kind of validation that I see in learning about the elements in astrology. Ultimately, I do feel if though you are sort of like a person who loves to guess other people's zodiac signs, knowing the elements inside and out will really help you as a guide itself to knowing, the kind of vibe that person gives off, or it's kind of guide you to like sort of like the differences between the zodiac signs in terms of elements. So like you look at this person, you try to kind of feel them out a little bit, and you say, oh, you have earth sign energy, or you have fire sign energy, or you have water sign energy, or whatever. And then you say, I think you might be this sign. So yeah, I ultimately think when you are doing this kind of stuff, knowing the elements can really, really help you in order to guessing their zodiac sign. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I gotta be honest, there is this sort of like gut feeling or such like that. This is just feeling that I have a lot of the times whenever I meet new people, or I'm around new people, or people that I've been around for quite a while. I just think to myself, I wonder what is their zodiac sign and things like that. And sometimes I try to feel them out and try to guess what element they are just to see what is their zodiac sign. That's why I'm bringing up this guess my zodiac sign stuff. But okay, of course, this does not run relatively for everybody. Not everybody wants to know what everyone's zodiac sign is. And I think it is an obsessive situation for me, obsessive disorder for me. So I feel like I do need to have a control over this kind of stuff because I do study it a lot. I indulge in it a lot, and I think about it a lot. But is that healthy? Yeah, we have to kind of acknowledge is this healthy? So I don't really think it is. So there are some times where I do give it a rest. Okay, so now it's time for the second half of this video, which is when I talk about the four elements and what is their main objective, or rather, how would the four elements move through life, how do they flow through life in order to win any objective that they want. Okay, fire. For the fire signs, it's all about the action. They are the ones who perform excellently when it comes to taking action with little hesitation. They are the most decisive out of all the signs, and they tend to be the most activity-oriented and active of all the signs. Really, it's all about the energy for these people, which is why they are the first. It's their ability to take action with little hesitation that makes them great leaders. And fun fact, if you didn't know, for the fire signs, they're actually known as the creators in astrology. So really, I would say the fire signs, they're very creative people. They're very original. And with this originality, they have this sense of get up and go, and they're very go-getting. So really, for fire signs, when it comes to achieving anything they want, they're very ambitious, actually. They can be the most ambitious out of all the signs. And when they want something, they know how to get it. Because these fire signs, they do not think twice about what they want. Just based on the gut feeling, they know what they want, and they shoot off. They shoot off like a firecracker without thinking twice. These people are very decisive. And also, which is another reason for why people tend to gravitate towards these people so much. Because it's because of their confidence. I feel like as though these people are very influential, so they're able to influence others around them, and I think this comes from the fact that they know how to set an example, sort of. It's all about they just they act. They act on things without even drawing out what they want. They know how even thinking or talking too much. No, they don't want to do that. They go straight forward. It's all about straightforward, being direct, being honest with these people. They don't have time for phonies or fake people. By doing this, it sets an example for others around them. So basically, makes sense why the fire signs are the first, because they look to the other signs, other elements, and they say that, oh, it's clear that you should listen to me. I'm the more dominant one. I'm the one who knows how to set up an example and act on things without thinking twice. So yeah, which I do believe so. The signs, they are able to. These signs, people just naturally just follow whatever they say because of their strong stamina and charisma. That just radiates the entire party, really, doesn't it? Okay, the earth signs. Earth now. So for the earth signs, they view things in a much more practical and tangible way. They are the most realistic and the most logical out of all the signs. And for them, really, it's not really about worrying about whimsical and magical things that don't exist, or just wasting other people's time or their time. No, no, no. They want to get down to earth. They want to get down to business. And so for these people, their prime objective is building a strong foundation, a solid foundation, in order to sustain life and sustain their life. These people perform excellently when it comes to the workspace, or when it comes to putting in work or trying to finish things on the whole. They're persistent and consistent people, and they tend to be much more organized than the rest of the signs as well. They are all about the material world, and because of these reasons, again, it's all about practicality for them. They always view things as, how can I use this? What can this bring to my life? How does this sustain me? And if it doesn't do any of that, get rid of it. If it's useless, then get rid of it. Basically, that's the motto. That's the motto of the earth signs. I know it's sad, but like, for the earth signs, ultimately for them, all they want to do, they look at things and how can they value it, you know? It's all about the value, it's all about the budget, it's just about that stuff for the earth signs, really. Really, for these signs, it's all about the quantity and the quality. The quality is most important for these signs, because what is the point of buying something if it doesn't even look good, doesn't even taste good, doesn't smell good? Like, what is the point of it? You know, these signs are not all about, worrying about things that don't matter in their life. We're just indulging in things that don't matter, wasting their time, because these people really know how to manage their time and manage their budget as well. Just really, these things that need responsibility and need discipline, really, these signs, they know how to get down to business. Okay, air now, air signs. So the air signs are known as visionaries of the zodiac. They are known as the thinkers, the communicators, the interactors. They are known as, I would say, nerds, the scientists of the zodiac. I ultimately do think air signs are very relationship oriented. We like to think of us as humanist. Yeah, humanist. And really, people who like to worry about humanity a lot of the times, worry about mankind, we kind of do, I guess you could say, we do represent mankind, represent humanity itself, because really air signs, we're not really about air itself. We're really about the communication that comes with air when it comes to us human beings. You see, the air signs are connected to respiration. Not like that, but like, you know what I mean? Respiration. You breathe in, hold it in, release it. These signs are all about the oxygen that goes through our lungs, through our mouth, everywhere, every part of our body, in order for us to communicate and interact with other things, other people. Really, because of the whole entire interacting and talking with other people, communicating, just, one-on-one other people thing, where the air signs, they represent humanity. They represent the nature of humanity. Things like the communication and the relationships and things like that, or basically knowledge itself, being intelligent, studying about new things like that. So for us air signs, I believe that we're very logical, just like the earth signs as well. But we're very good at our communication skills. We know how to listen to other people. We're very talkative, I would say. And we do tend to be a lot more, I would say we're a lot more scattered than the earth signs. Now, in case you guys didn't know, I was not, just insulting the earth signs when I say we know how to, when we say we air signs, we know how to listen and such like that. No. I'm just saying that we air signs, we're really, really good at our communication skills and interacting with other people, which is why we are really good at getting in relationships. We like to join communities together. We are all about the collective, the groups, the friendships, things like that. We just perform perfectly when it comes to the social space. When it comes to the social space, we know how to talk to tons of people. We know how to communicate. Yeah. Which is why we just tend to go on and on and on about things, especially when it comes to Gemini. But yeah, we do also tend to be quite scattered, indecisive sometimes. We air signs, I feel like it comes from our scattered nature, obviously, because we tend to be all over the place. We are about versatility as well. We're just it's the most flexible and most fluent element out there that you could find out of all the signs. Air is the most fluent element, obviously. And so for us, based on our very mood and feeling, really, we also move through life like that, based on, our scattered nature. But unlike the fire signs, we do tend to think about what we do before we act on it. So for the air signs, it's really all about when we say certain things, when we do certain things, when we act on certain things, we've already thought about what we want to do. We don't just go from our very gut intuitive feeling and just act on things. No. We think about it logically. We think about the situation logically, and then we act on it. We think about how it will affect other people. We think about how it will affect other people's mood, other people's emotions, and things like that. We worry about those kind of things. Because for us, we worry about humanity. So, yeah, we just don't do anything without worrying about the circumstances or without worrying about the effect it may have on others or the consequences. Ultimately, I would say for the air signs, we don't stay too solid on things for too long. Like, even when we say we're going to do something, sometimes we just literally think about something else and say, oh, that actually sounds like a better idea. Let me do that instead, But it's actually coming from a good place, actually. We don't want to just diffuse any situation that we think is not good for us. We do tend to do it a lot. It's kind of like a spontaneous thing, unpredictable thing. Because the thing of air itself is very unpredictable, right? It could just zoom and go in different directions without anybody noticing, and it could cause total havoc with that as well sometimes. So I do feel we do have trouble with that. But really, I feel like the very way that we do move through life in order to achieve any goals or objectives that we want is that we're very much logical about each situation that we encounter. We like to try out new things. We're very open to when it comes to change and things like that. And we can be very well-rounded, I would say. So really, with these natures of being able to communicate with other people, being well-rounded, being open to change, studying about new things, being very brilliant in the mindset of learning about new things, being quick to learn, quick-witted, talkative. These things can really help other people win in life. So yes, I would say that, call me biased, but the air signs, they know how to move through life in order to win their actual goals in an impeccable manner. Last but not least, the water signs. Now, for the water signs, their prime objective is emotions. So for these signs, they take their emotions extremely seriously. They're all about intuition itself. They're all about spirituality itself. And these signs like to be in tune with their spirit. They like to be in tune with their emotions. So for these signs, the mode of operation is acting on their feelings. So they react to certain situations, they move through life based on how it makes them feel. So, yeah, obviously that can cause a lot of damage to other people's lives and their life based on just that. But I do believe it can be a good thing because these signs do tend to win in life a lot of the times based on their very gut feeling or what makes them feel a certain way. So if they say, "Oh, I catch a certain negative vibe from this person," I'm probably gonna dissociate myself from that kind of person. This can, in turn, sort of help them because they can see through all the lies. They're very wise. You see, it's all about the wisdom for them as well. So for the water signs, they know how to see behind just, the aura of someone, you know? For these signs as well, being water signs, they like to swim through the worlds of imagination and through the worlds of reality. So really, these people don't really have one world that they live in now, do they? They really don't. These people like to live above water level and below sea level. So really, these people kind of get torn into two pieces, you could say, because they live in their imagination, which I would say would be the water part, and they live in reality, which would be, be above sea level. So, yeah. For these reasons, the water signs, they live in their own world. And so when people try to tell them, "Oh, this isn't real," or "You're probably just making that up," or "This is realistic, go with this," the water signs, they do not listen to it. They do not stick to the status quo, because for these signs, they want to live in their own world. They want to live in their two worlds, and they want to believe in what they want to believe in. So really, I feel like the water signs, they are most likely to believe in certain whimsical things or certain intuitive or magical things that other people might say doesn't exist, because they're very in tune with, I would say, the universe. They're very in tune with the universe, in tune with spirituality, in tune with just really things that help sustain their own spirit, sustain their own emotions. I would definitely say that the water signs and the fire signs are kind of similar in a way that they act on situations based on their very gut feeling and intuitive feeling. But I would say that the fire signs, they're much more emotionally intelligent and mature when it comes to emotions, because the fire signs, they like to keep their fire going. They don't want their fire to go out. So the fire signs, I feel like they are able to get up off of situations. If life is kind of rocky, they're able to, just keep on going in life, not drag things on, not dwell. For the water signs, it might be a little bit more difficult for them to do, because they're all about fully drenching and entrenching themselves in their emotions, in the world of emotional processes, whatever. But so for these reasons, the water signs, they might find it difficult to pull themselves away from what they feel, or what they feel that drags them down a little bit. They might drag things on a little bit more than the rest of the elements. So yeah, in a way, they tend to let their emotions consume themselves, which can then in turn it could be kind of negative for these people at times. It can make their life a little bit all over the place. But still, because of this, they're very caring and sympathetic and empathetic, and in such a way that they know how to care for other people using their emotions. They know how to heal people using their emotions, and they tend to be quite kind people. So in turn, moving like this to win any objective that you want in life can really, really help you in turn, because people view you as a very kind person and such like that. Unless you use your emotions in a negative way, in which that can cause major havoc and no one would ever want you around. But for the water signs, I believe that they usually use their emotions in a positive way, if you're that kind of person. So, yeah. And yeah, guys, that's the end of my video. So, yeah, that was the end of me discussing the elements in astrology. What do the elements mean? And the 4 elements themselves and how they're different. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, guys. Thank you for being here, really. Again, I'd like you guys to like this video, subscribe, don't forget to click the bell, don't forget to share, and don't forget to comment what was your favorite part. I'll see you guys in a new video. And also stay tuned for the fire sign soon, the first element that's coming up. And so, yeah, guys, peace out.